So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back in the LeBron era. We have another really fun team. It's going to be the Orlando Magic. This Magic team is led by a 24-year-old dominant MVP candidate, Dwight Howard. We are a couple years removed from their finals appearance and wish they lost against the Lakers. And this is a team that definitely can get a championship. Obviously, in the Dwight Howard era in Orlando, there was never any championships. I guess to be fair, the whole franchise doesn't have any championships. Not trying to be disrespectful or anything, but this team today can definitely use a few moves. I'd like to get Dwight a ring. Obviously, he got one, but you know what I'm saying. Of course, as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. When I was going through the teams that I had actually already done in the LeBron era, I was relatively surprised to see that I hadn't done the Magic yet. Hadn't done a rebuild with like prime and dominant Dwight Howard. So I'm very excited about this one today. There's definitely some other fun pieces around him. And of course, I'm excited. So let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. Always looking for ideas, whatever it may be, especially now that the trading every player rebuilds are over. I'd love to see what you guys got. Let's get into this one. As I mentioned, this team went 52-30. It was good enough for the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. In real life, now are we going to be on that trajectory? I certainly hope so, but we might have a move or two coming. So we're going to go over this roster, but real quick before we do, I talked about this in my rebuild on Friday when I did the Memphis Grizzlies. There's a website called 2kratings.com. It basically shows you all the rosters in 2K. And what it also includes is the missing players that were actually on this team at one point throughout the season of, the 2010, 2011 season, whatever it may be, but they're not in the game for whatever reason. Can't get the rights or whatever the situation may be. They're not in the game, but they were on the team. So I'll read you those players real quick. Malik Allen, Ryan Anderson, Gilbert Arenas, Brandon Bass, Earl Clark, Chris Duhon, Jason Richardson, and Hedo Turkoglu. So none of those players are currently on this team right now. We are hopefully going to go ahead and make up for all of those losses. Now, I don't know how many of those guys are actually here, for the entire season or whatever, but yeah, they're not here today. Starting out at the point guard spot, Jameer Nelson, 28 years old, on a relatively team-friendly contract. He's a solid point guard option for us. I hope he can continue to put up really solid numbers and maintain our point guard spot. I think he's a fine option there. We have Jason Williams on this team. He's 34. He's definitely a little bit of a later point in his career now, long NBA career. But yeah, for me, it's the age thing. He's not quite there for longevity purposes. We'll see. Shooting guard spot, we have a 33-year-old Vince Carter. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with Vince Carter. He had a tremendous NBA career. Such an exciting player to watch in his prime, but unfortunately, it's not really prime Vince Carter anymore. So we'll see. JJ Redick is here. He's 26. Really, really good shooter. Likely going to be a 6th, 7th man candidate for me. We have a 30-year-old Quentin Richardson here. I don't really know what my plan's going to be with him. I guess we'll just kind of take it one step at a time. Small forward spot, we have one guy, and it's Michael Petras right now. 28 years old on a 1-year contract at a 76 overall. I'd like to find an upgrade at some point. We'll kind of, again, take it step by step. Rashard Lewis is 31. He's on a 3-year, very hefty $66 million deal. Now, for a 77 overall, I don't really love that price tag, so we're going to have to decide if, that value there is really worth it for us. Again, not going to do anything I don't want to push it. That's what I'm going to say. Ernest Collins, Dave Irving, Dana Gordon, and Ronald Carter. They're all here as well. Yeah, Ronald here at a 64 overall is getting paid a decent amount of money. That's gotta love 2K, man. Center spot, Dwight Howard, probably the best center in the league at this point in time. I mean, he's just so goddamn dominant. It's not even funny. He's also on a pretty friendly contract, I will say that. Marcin Gortat is somebody that, you see win most improved throughout these videos. Really reliable backup center option for us. And then Jordan Cunningham, whoever the fuck that is. We're definitely going to have a few trades. Again, I'm not trying to blow this roster up by any means. I am also curious what our draft pick situation is. So we do have our first round pick this year, which I guess is nice. Doesn't really look like we have a lot. Where the hell am I going? Okay, I'm missing our team. Whatever. Let's make some trades. We're making a trade here with the San Antonio Spurs, and it is as follows. Quentin Richardson, Ernest Collins, and a 2011 2nd-round pick are going to San Antonio. We are picking up a 36-year-old Antonio McDyess, but he's going to come in and be an upgrade at the backup power forward spot. I'm sure many of you know. Rashard Lewis is currently our starter, and then other than him, it's a bunch of auto-generated CPUs that weren't going to do anything. Along with that, we get a 2013 first-round pick. So I don't know if McDyess is going to retire after this year, whatever the situation may be. Ultimately, we really didn't give up too much to acquire him, so I'm really happy with that first trade. Our next and potentially final deal is going to come with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Dave Irving, Jordan Cunningham. I don't know. Look, I don't want to trade away these auto-generated fill-in players, but ultimately, if they're the only players I have available to trade, I'm going to do it. Just blame 2K. Jamario Moon's going to come in here. He's going to be my backup small forward. Now, he's not a long-term option, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. I certainly considered this deal here with the Bobcats for Eduardo Najera, but he's a guy I've traded for quite a bit. So Jamario Moon going to come in. He's going to be the backup behind Petrus at the small forward spot. Again, I am a little bit kind of, I don't want to say concerned, but you know, I'm a little antsy on Petrus because he is going into a year where the player option, he's only 28, 76 overall. Like, I'm just curious, what could I do, like 2 second-round picks here? I don't want to necessarily trade him, but, you know, if there's an upgrade out there, like, would Ronnie Brewer make sense? In my mind, I feel like the answer is yes, just because he's 3 years younger, he has that guaranteed extra year, and we're getting a draft pick. I feel like this might be a responsible trade. Now, we also do have to go with Jason Williams, but to be fair, he's a 72 overall. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn right now on kind of what I want to do in the direction I want to go with Petrus. We could also maybe go with a guy like Dante Jones. I don't really know if anybody... Ooh, Grant Hill, but he is 38. Nobody here is really going to move the needle, you know, in terms of what I could realistically trade for. So you know what? I'm going to make this deal. I'm going to pick up Ronnie Brewer. I'd actually rather find a way, like, could I give up, like, I don't know, whoever the hell this is, Dana Gordon? No, fuck off. I'd love to have Brian Scalabrine here, but unfortunately, fuck, we're out of draft picks. Shit. All right, you know what? I'm going to take the original trade. Jason Williams is going to be gone, which unfortunately means I'm going to have to go ahead and find myself a backup point guard. So let me just do this one more time. Again, I know this is probably taking a lot longer than anybody thought, and for that I apologize, but honestly, 72 overall Jason Williams is not, you know, the biggest deal in the world in terms of replacing. So, yeah, I guess let's just do Carlos Martinez and Dana Gordon, just somebody who's a 70 overall point guard, right? There has to be some sort of option. Seriously? Fuck. All right, let's check free agency. This game, there's too many auto-generated players in here. I appreciate 2K, you know, that's not the right button, trying to figure out something, but it's annoying. We're going to sign Rodney Handel. Sure. Why not? Not a real person, but fuck it. We are ready to kick off year one in Orlando. Now, we obviously went ahead and made a couple more trades than I was initially anticipating, but I think they're moves that are going to work out both in the now and in the long term. Jameer Nelson, Vince Carter, Ronnie Brewer, Rashard Lewis, and Dwight Howard is our 1 through 5. Really not a lot of surprises there. JJ Redick going to be my 6 man off the bench. You guys know me. I don't really like big men as 6 men, even though Marcin Gortat is our highest overall. And Tony McDyess going to be my backup power forward. Rodney Randall, whoever the hell that is. I don't know. I mean, that's just on 2K and me not being able to actually trade for a backup point guard. So it'll be a one-year thing. And then Jamario Moon rounding out our 10-man rotation. So, you know, I don't love some of the depth we have in this team. I think especially, you know, 6, 7 are really solid options. And maybe the 1 or 2 weak spots in the starting 5. But other than that, I think this team is relatively solid. I think we can make some noise. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Such a fantastic first regular season for us here in Orlando. We went 60-22 on the regular season. That's 8 games better than the team actually was in real life. I'm assuming Dwight Howard was just super dominant. Probably should have been in the MVP conversation, but Timmy D, you can never hate that. He's 34, right? Yeah, that's insane. Blake Griffin, Rookie of the Year. Greg Oden, 6th Man of the Year. Interesting. Timmy D also wins a DPOY. Serge Ibaka, Most Improved, and Alan Bibby, who I don't know. I'm not going to pretend I know who that is. Was he actually the head coach of the Magic? Wasn't Van Gundy the coach of the Magic throughout this? I don't know. I'm probably making things up. Let's check it out in terms of stats. I'm assuming Dwight was just an insane monster. Wow. Vince Carter actually led us in scoring. I'm surprised by that, but I mean, Dwight was super dominant. 20 and 16, basically. 2.5 blocks a game, 65% from the field. Yeah, I'm surprised Vince Carter, I don't want to say turning back the clock, but yeah, I mean, really good season. Rebound's going to clearly be Dwight, and then assist was Jameer Nelson. Let's see the standings to see how many games. Yes, we were 2 games up on the Bulls, who are very good right now. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm relatively surprised that we were actually able to go ahead and take the 1 seed here in the East. I'm also really surprised that the Cavs going 41-41. Didn't they win like 19 games the year after LeBron left? I thought they did. And here's a look at the Western Conference. So round 1, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. You got Drew Holiday, Evan Turner, Iguodala, Elton Brand. You got Mo Spates. You got Thad Young, Lou Will. A lot of a lot of really solid NBA players there. It looks like they're just on a little bit of a younger timeline, if you will. And we're down 3-1. Okay. Wow. Okay, so we come back from being down 3-1. To be fair, I don't think we should have been in that position in the first place, but that's neither here nor there. Now, we do have the Celtics, who are 3 years, I guess, technically removed off of a championship at this point. A couple of their stars are older, especially Shaquille O'Neal, who had 1 year in Boston. That was a ring-chasing campaign at its finest. But obviously, you know, in this starting lineup, I think there's probably 5 Hall of Famers. Rondo will be, well, Rondo, I think so. He's not already in, right? I mean, these 3, or actually 4, are locks, but I think Rondo should be in the Hall of Fame. That's just my take. Maybe it's my Celtics bias. All right, we are currently down 2-1. We tie it up 2-2. We go up 3-2. We close them out in 6. We were on to the East Finals to take on, I think, the 58-win Chicago Bulls. MVP Derrick Rose, or, well, MVP candidate, because he didn't actually win an MVP, technically, in this situation. Kyle Korver, Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer. You got Joakim Noah. I forgot Michael Petrus, our old friend. We traded him to Chicago. So can we get the best of the Bulls here in the Eastern Conference Finals? We are 2-2 right now with them. We go down 3-2, force game 7, and we are in the finals. We are in the finals in our first season of this rebuild, and we have the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, although they're not all in their prime, there are 3 MVPs on this roster. And yeah, I mean, they're good. I always run into the Thunder at some point in time throughout these videos. Are we gonna... I don't know. Today's one of the days 2K's being nice to me, I guess. I didn't think we were going to sweep them, but it doesn't really look like we're going to because this game's over. But I can't actually really believe that we're, you know, up this much. It just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Now, don't blow a 3-0 lead. That would really be unfortunate. We got a 5-point lead right now here at home. 6-point lead. I'll see you guys in there. I don't want to call it a Cinderella run because we had the best record in the league, I believe anyways, but it just, from a talent perspective, it really didn't feel like this was a championship team. I think our second highest overall was like an 82, which is just, you know, that doesn't really happen here in 2K too often. You have to win a lot of the times with a lot of talent. So, I don't know. I don't want to, again, call it a Cinderella run because it really wasn't in the grand scheme of things, but what a fun first season. Now, clearly we're definitely not done. We got a lot of work to do. And I did make some trades, but they weren't super big. Dwight Howard, ooh, good spin moves. He got 12 and 18. I thought he'd actually have a few more points. I think Vince Carter is just really turning back the clock right now. He's about to check into the game. Jameer Nelson, really solid. Kind of closeout game here in the finals on our home floor. So, I don't know. I think they were honestly like the better team in terms of talent, but I guess we were just better in this series. Sometimes it's what happens. All right, so I mean, it's definitely not over. It is a 6-point game. I'm gonna run a little bit of a pick and roll here with Dwight Howard because it's not every day I get to throw Dwight Howard a lob in this game. Thank you. Oh my God, Dwight. I mean, I love it. I love it. Oh, come on. We're taking timeouts. Just extends this whole fucking process that we all know is already over. Come on, Kevin Durant, pre-snake KD. Let's go ahead and thank you. Put the starters in the game. We're all set. All right, we're going to do 1 or 2 more possessions. I want to make sure for a fact that we actually close them out because you never know what can happen with 2K. If I get a little bit too full of myself here, that's a foul. You never know. If I sim through this game, they end up coming back, we lose two more straight, we're fucked. So, Russell Westbrook at the line is going to put the first free throw up. That is good. It's sad. Just looking at this team, a lot of the core players on this team never actually won a ring. Dwight Howard did end up winning one with the Lakers in 2020. Obviously not in his prime or anything like that. Vince Carter never got a ring, so he's going to be getting one today. Does Jameer Nelson never get a ring? I don't think so. JJ Redick never got one, so it's cool. It was kind of my goal throughout this thing. I certainly didn't think it was going to happen in year 1, but it did. Let's just kick it inside to Dwight. Oh my God, the dude is an absolute monster. It's insane. All right, 1 more defensive possession, 1 more offensive possession. We're going to call it gameplay because we still got 2 seasons to go, and I don't want this video to be 35 minutes long. So Russell Westbrook going to try to blow by Jameer Nelson. Relatively good defense, I thought there. He's going to kick it out to Ibaka. Harden misses. Okay, 1 more possession here. There's Ronnie Brewer. I love it. Dwight? Nope. I almost took a 3 with Dwight, but I thought better of it. Back out here to Petrus. Let's go to Vince Carter. He's got 20 points on the night. Vince Carter just... Oh my... We end up beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5 games. Dwight Howard is your finals MVP. I did not see that coming, but what a fan... Who retired from us? Oh, Antonio McDyess calls it a career. What a fantastic first season for us here in Orlando. I mean, really couldn't have gone any better. Historic changes, cool. Draft lottery time. Not going to have anything here. I'm surprised. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little surprised. Staff signing, I have no... Oh, wait. Who was our head coach? I have no idea who our head coach was, but it's, I guess, Jacob Underwood. Or not. Yeah, I'll go get Jacob Underwood. Why the hell not? I don't really need style for today. I forget who our head coach was. I wasn't going to go back and watch the film, so we're just getting a new one, I guess. We do have the 30th overall pick in terms of what I could maybe do with this draft pick. Now, although this team did win a championship, there are clearly going to have to be some decisions made. Looking at just the general kind of output and the landscape of this team, Vince Carter had a fantastic season for me, but he's 34 years old. He's probably going to be gone. I can probably say the same thing about Rashard Lewis just because of that price tag. So, I'm not making any guarantees either way, but that's just kind of my plan in my head right now. 30th overall pick. Oh, I did not mean to do that. 30th overall pick. Why the hell not? I'll draft somebody. Maybe we can get a rotation player. See Markieff Morris is here. Chandler Parsons. Markieff Morris is fine. Okay, welcome to the team, and I'm fine. I'm happy. 74 overall. Team player options. I am bringing back Vince. He's unfortunately probably going to be traded for all the reasons I just said. Rodney Randall here is going to be getting replaced because he's not a real person. And then our free agents doesn't really look like we have anybody, or at least anybody important. So it is definitely time for a few trades. We are officially making a trade, and unfortunately, it is the end of Vince Carter's tenure here in Orlando. We are sending him to Indiana. We are picking up Danny Granger, who's only 28 years old. Now, Danny Granger is, a fine option. I mean, if we look at, the grand scheme of careers, I think Vince Carter had a little bit of a better one, but age, money, all those factors, Danny Granger makes sense. I did consider this deal here with the Memphis Grizzlies for Rudy Gay, but I just did a Grizzlies rebuild, so I didn't want to get Rudy Gay again. So making this deal here with the Pacers, picking up Danny Granger. I'm super excited to have him here on this team. He's going to take over as our new starting small forward. Pretty good numbers across the board, so very excited about that. Now we do need to figure out likely who's going to be our starting shooting guard and potentially our power forward as well. We're making a little bit of a risky trade here with the Phoenix Suns. We're sending them Rashard Lewis and Dana Gordon, whoever the hell that is, for Goran Dragic and a 2013 second-round pick. Now, I fully understand that point guard is not a position of need. I'm doing this trade as a salary dump, and we're picking up a really quality backup point guard here in Goran Dragic. So, in order to maybe go out and sign somebody, clearly have to clear up some money. Getting rid of Lewis's contract is going to do that, and Dragic, again, excited to have him as a backup point guard option. So we currently don't really have a viable starting power forward. Worst comes to worst, I could live with starting JJ Redick on this team, but we're still going to have to figure out something at that starting four. Now, there are some other things to take care of. Whoever the hell Ronald Carter and Tim Monroe are, I am not paying you any sort of money. So let's just thank you very much. And we're going to dump whoever the hell Tim Monroe is because it's almost $1 million. Please just give me 2 second-round picks. God damn it. Okay, so in terms of money right now, do we have Horford money? We really don't. We actually really don't have any money. Wow, I missed out on that one. I thought we had some cap space. I was wrong. Wow, really? I mean, I guess. All right. Really? It doesn't really look like a lot of our cap is really being taken up right now. I mean, could I dump Gortat for somebody making a little bit less? Now, I know Gortat's a fine option, and that contract isn't really bad, but, we do have a really good center already in Dwight Howard. I could just pick up DJ, but it's not really a need of mine. I could just take some draft picks and then sign a center. Wow, I can get Lamar Odom. He is 31. Would this be worth it and play Lamar at the 4? You could also get Chuck Hayes. Now, I don't really want to explore any of these options. I wanted to sign somebody, and I thought we were going to have a little bit of cap space, but wasn't the case. So, you know what? Let's pick up Lamar Odom. I know he's 31 years old, and maybe this isn't necessarily the smartest move in the world, but he's 6'10". I think this is a good deal. Ronnie Brewer was a nice piece to have off the bench. I think this one makes a little bit more sense for us. So, you know what? That's the deal we're making. Danny Granger is 6'9". Odom is 6'10". He actually goes down 1 overall if you play him at the power forward spot. I really thought we were going to have more money. I did. So, now we have to figure out what we want to do with this bench, especially the shooting guard spot, potentially even the starting shooting guard spot. So, I definitely have at least one more kind of big trade coming. Oh my god. All right, we just picked up a starting shooting guard. It was Tyreke Evans. Mike Bibby was in the deal. I gave up 4 first-round picks. I didn't want to give up 4 first-round picks. I actually tried a really similar deal for Eric Gordon. It wasn't happening now. Tyreke Evans' NBA career never really panned out the way everybody thought it was going to, but he's an 84 overall. He's 21, and he's putting up really solid numbers. So he's a little bit of an upgrade over JJ Redick anyways, in my opinion, I guess. Hypothetically. So we're good at the backcourt. I do need to find myself a backup small forward and a backup center. But other than that, we are pretty much all set. So, oh boy. Oh boy, these options are not exactly elite by any means. Okay, James Jones, I guess, is serviceable enough for one season. And then, yeah, I mean, the backup center isn't going to be great. I know we went ahead and traded away Gortat, but, Dwight Howard's going to be playing 34, 35 of the minutes anyways. So, old trustworthy, Mr. Jason Collins, welcome back to the team. Or, well, I guess welcome. I've just had him in a lot of rebuilds. I'll see you guys at the start of year 2. It is very rare that I make as many trades in the offseason after a championship that I just did in this offseason we just had. That was a lot of fucking words, but I hope you understand what I meant. But the situation today kind of called for it. The roster was aging. Now, I know we also picked up a couple guys that are a little bit older, but ultimately, I think we got better this season. I really do. So, Jameer Nelson, new addition, Tyreek Evans, Danny Granger, Lamar Odom went down a couple overall. It's not the end of the world. He's probably the 5th option in this starting 5. And then Dwight Howard here as a starting center. Bench unit's going to be led by J.J. Redick, Goran Dragic behind him. You got James Jones in here, Markieff Morris, and Jason Collins rounding out the starting 5. I'm actually going to switch the minutes these two are getting because I want Morris to develop. All right, so this is it. Again, it's an upgraded starting 5 with maybe some of the similar, like, later depth issues that we had last year. But you know what? If we can just run back last year, I'd be perfectly fine with that. See you guys at the end of year 2. We wrap up our second season at 65-17. That's 3 games better than last year, I believe. If my memory's right, it's probably not. LeBron James, second year in Miami, wins his MVP award. I don't know. Would this be his second? I think. Kawhi Leonard is a Raptor. He went 2nd overall. Yes, he did. And yeah, I guess we're just expediting the process a little bit. Kawhi's 1 year in Toronto was very memorable for Raptors fans. Lou Will, 6th man. Dwight Howard is your depoy. Marcin Gortat, our old friend at Most Improved. It would have been nice to have him. Ultimately, I'm happy with the moves we made. And Jacob Underwood does take home Coach of the Year. Okay, standings. I'm assuming that we're the 1st seed. We are. We were 3 games up on the Bulls, 5 games up on the Heat. Here is a look. Wow, 64 wins for the Thunder as the 1 seed in the West. So, yeah, a lot of good teams this season. It is going to be a very, very big battle come playoff time. Granger, Howard, Evans, Nelson, Odom, Dragic, Redick, Morris, Jones, and Collins. I know that was a lot in a little bit of time. Howard led us in boards and assists was Jameer Nelson. 76ers once again. I'm getting deja vu here. This team is probably in, like, we can beat this team in 5. We do it in 4. Moving on to the Atlanta Hawks here in the second round. You got young Jeff Teague, ISO, Joe, Josh Smith, Al Horford, Alexi Neely. I don't know. Jordan Crawford is here. Brandon Rush. Yeah, we're better. I don't really know if there's much debate. I'm not going to lie to you. We're up 3-0. Okay, they finally win one, so we finally lose. Okay, hang on a damn minute. It's like you can almost feel it. Okay, no, we actually win. Us in the Miami Heat. I'm surprised we hadn't faced them to this point. Obviously have the big 3 here. They are extremely talented. And they clearly have, the better player in the series. That kind of goes without being said. As much as I love Dwight Howard, this LeBron was just on a different planet. They are tying it up 3-3 after we are up 3-1. We do win, though. Us in the Thunder, same thing. Added Zach Randolph somehow. How, I have no idea. Development out of these 3, this is going to put us to our limits, I have to imagine. We are up 2-0. They do win Game 3 and Game 4 and Game 5. Fucking hell. That sucks. All right, we are heading into the final offseason here. We have to make some decisions with this team. I don't expect to make too many major moves, maybe 1 or 2, but something was a little bit wrong last year, so we have to decide on that. Oh my God, the Timberwolves! Look at the draft picks they're projected. It's insane. Okay, we are good with Underwood. I'm perfectly fine with his ratings. Let's head up to the draft right now. Do we have? No, we don't have our 1st round pick. We have our 2nd round pick, which again I don't really need. So thank you very much, Chicago Bulls. And let's just skip over the draft. Team player options. Howard declines. That is very, very important. He's clearly our number 1 priority come free agency time. And yeah, I'd rather just not. Wait, what? Okay, it's gonna let me still bring him back. This game. Wait, actually, it doesn't really fit. Does he have any offers? Shit. How much is that? 56 divided by 3. That's more than we can offer him. Is he actually not going to accept this from us? Oh my fucking God. We're going to lose out on Dwight Howard. Oh no. I don't know, man. It's just... I have some decisions to make. I'm not sure what I might just end the video. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, I don't want to sit here and seem like a soft-ass little bitch, but there's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't be able to pay Dwight Howard more money than another franchise. That's just... Oh, wait, what? Please just accept the fucking offer. I don't want to do this. Thank God. I didn't want to end the video. I'm sorry. I probably seemed like a big bitch there, and I didn't want to do it, but the rebuild, it wasn't going to be fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? We probably would have been like a 6th seed next year. All right, let's make some changes. Okay, we just pulled off a trade with the Denver Nuggets, and we picked up Nene. We sent Lamar Odom 2 first-round picks over to Denver for Nene. Now, obviously, you know, in terms of primes, you can have a conversation between Lamar Odom and Nene if you really want. But age is a factor. I think overall is a factor. Odom was a little bit of regressing last year. And I'm excited to have Nene here. So how will him and D12 fit in the front court? I don't really know, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, in terms of the rest of this team, I know Goran Dragic is a free agent. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to bring him back. We are not. He's basically just gone, which sucks. It's unfortunate. This game is super fun sometimes. All right, so James Jones, thank you for your 1 year. It's just not really going to cut it for me in the long term. Oh, boy. These options are not great here. Just please give me... Ooh. Bojan Bogdanovic is probably... Yeah, he's a way better option. Okay. We need a backup point guard and a backup center. So a couple options here. I think if I'm trying to spend my money realistically, DJ Augustine, fine option. And he's going to be Goran Dragic's replacement. So now backup center again, probably not going to be elite. Okay, you know what? I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to be a world-class scumbag right now. We are going to do this the old-fashioned way everybody hates, but we need some sort of upgrade. I need to look at centers making like less than $2 million. It's probably not a long list. But I have to just assume I can probably get somebody here who's a little bit better. So like Andre Drummond, he's young, but I'm assuming we can... maybe not. I actually don't think this is going to be possible. Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. I don't even know. I don't really care as much. Ronnie Turioff, Samardo Samuels. Like, is this possible? Thank you. I'll see you guys at the start of year 3. We've had 2 straight finals appearances. One went well, one did not go well. We have reloaded a little bit, if you will, heading into our 3rd and final regular season. One replacement in the starting 5, that is Nene. He is now paired up with Dwight Howard in the front court. Jameer Nelson, Tyreek Evans, and Danny Granger remain. JJ Redick will still be our 6th man. New addition here in DJ Augustine, Markieff Morris, paid the trade for Bojan Bogdanovic. Samardo Samuels as well. So, yeah, I mean, I'm happy that I didn't actually end the video. Took the bitch way out. No, I think this game just in general has some issues. Well, obviously. But, you know, with re-signing players, right? There's no reason another team should be able to offer, like, my star player more money. And on top of the fact, why would I not have bird rights on Dwight Howard, right? I don't know. That's just 2K at its finest. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. I'm a little confused. We actually had our worst regular season record yet. It was still a really good season at 56 wins, but I don't know. I don't know. Russell Westbrook MVP, Anthony Davis, Jordan Farmar, Dwight Howard, another Depoy, Jeremy Lin, Scott Brooks Coach of the Year. I mean, honestly, all I really care about is the playoff success. I can already see we're a 3 seed right there, which is just a little bit unfortunate. I don't really know. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, the Bulls and the Heat are both really fucking good, but... we're going to find out. We are definitely going to do that. Here are the numbers. We had 6 guys score 10-plus points a game. So it looked like the ball was definitely getting spread around well. That's whoa. And we have the Celtics here in round 1. They are, again, definitely aging a little bit. Rondo's kind of hitting that prime in his stride. You got Vucevic here. Well, I didn't even see he was a Celtic. Okay. Can we just beat Boston and just get this out of the way? We are up 3-0. Beautiful. We sweep. Okay. Very fun. Now it is the set... Oh my God, the Heat lost to the Wizards. Holy shit. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but that's funny. There's no fucking way this team's beating us. Okay, now it is us and the Bulls here in the East Finals. As I mentioned, they are very, very good. We have beat them before, but, you know, Derrick Rose developing quite well. We do win the... Okay. Thanks for coming, Chicago. Come on, thank you. It is 3 straight finals of us in the Thunder. Now everybody here, this big 3 hitting their stride. Still got Randolph, Ibaka in the front court, Landry Fields. Whoever the hell Trey Warwick is coming off the bench. So this is a good team. I think they're better than us. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. We are 2-2 with them. It's a best of 3. We go down 3-2. No, I'm not hopping in. I already did. This video is long enough. Force game 7. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the eyes. I'm not going to know what happened. I'm just going to... I have no idea. Did we win? I think so. Fuck. God damn it. All right, man. That's... okay. That's shitty. I'm happy we got the championship year 1. I mean, in terms of this roster, maybe it could have been a little bit better, but oh shit, sorry, I hit my desk. But it was still a good team, and I had fun with this rebuild. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. So, yeah, I mean, as always, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. That is pretty much it for me. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.